Good.
Thanks, Alex.
So yeah, this is a bit of a unique case study. I mean, they're all unique, but this one especially about Holly. And we thought we'd just share a little experience with you guys about how Holly ended up here, because it wasn't the norm, if you know what I mean. So I'd like to introduce Holly, who's been with us for how long now?
I don't have the diary to hand, so I can't tell the exact dates, but over a year. Yeah, well over a year.
Yeah, over a year. And just on that, Holly is clean and sober over a year as well, which is a great thing, by the way. We can just. And how I come into contact with Holly was this other lady sitting over to my right, your left, Christina.
So my name is Christina. I'm the alcohol specialist nurse from Darren Valley Hospital. Better?
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
So why the three of us sitting up here today is because this is against all the odds, how actually this occurred for Holly to be sat in front of you guys today. I'm going to ask Holly a few questions, but just to give you a bit of background, Holly was obviously alcohol dependent for many years, in and out of hospital. How many times, Christina?
Do you want me to give you a background?
Yes.
Okay, so I start my job in 2022 in Darren Valley. My background is gastroenterology. I don't have anything to do with addiction. So while it was a learning curve when I was doing my job, this Holly being one of the clients that actually changed the whole pathway and the view how we're doing things in Darren Valley Hospital. So when I start seeing Holly, it was end of 2022. And I remember 2022 and 2023, she had about 50 to 60 attendances to A&E, which ended up in about 12 or 13 admission. So she was a regular in our A&E department. I was seeing her at least once a month, sometimes even more often. She was pretty much, I think she traveled and she visited all the wards in Darren Valley Hospital. She's been to ITU numerous occasions. I've seen her in Laura numerous occasions. And it was difficult because with Holly, it was that element where she started from the beginning, she doesn't deserve help. She doesn't deserve to get out from her situation. She has, and she always come with the idea, just let me go home because I'm just wasting NHS money. I don't deserve to get help. And this was really impacting how we, first of all, the things that impact how we deal with addiction. Then we have referred Holly. So by the time when she start agreeing help, there was a physical deterioration. Her mobility was getting worse. She was having already problem with her stomach, liver, with her lungs. And we have access the current pathway that exists in social services. And she was considered homeless, and she was allocated supported living in Chatham, right?
Yep.
She was not very keen to go there, but because we have encouraged her, we as NHS staff encouraged her to go there, she agreed to go there. And unfortunately was not the best experience. And she felt a bit betrayed by us as we put her in a situation where she was exposed to more heroin and alcohol inside the supported living. So what she done is in the middle of the night, she just left Chatham. I don't know how she managed to cross the M25 and how she managed to reach Mappon. She can't remember, so we don't know how she reached safe Mappon from Chatham. Of course, it didn't took long. 3 or 4 days after she returned home, she came back to the hospital. And I think that admission, we had a really long discussion, and she agreed that I can't do like this anymore and just give me some help. what really struck me up to that point, Darrenville Hospital has not acknowledged alcohol-related brain injury. She was one of the 3 patients that make her change our view and change the things we do in Darrenville Hospital. I remember, I will never forget going and meeting her on a ward, and she was, oh, hello, I know you from somewhere. Okay. And she asked me, where is the toilet? And I show her where is the toilet. We're looking at the 30-year-old lady, where you show her where is the toilet. I went read a note, and I come back. Oh, hello, I know you from somewhere. Okay, where is the toilet? I show her again where is the toilet. And believe me, in a matter of half an hour, she done this 3 times. And I told everyone, it's like, took me back to the movie, that 50 Dates, or there was a movie, and it's constantly the same question every single day, repetitive. So I went and discussed with my OT department, and I was like, what's going on? And then we realized that we are dealing with alcohol-related brain injury, and we start doing research, and we consider what is the best place for Holly. There is none, to be honest, in the community. To go home with package of care in between calls, she will be alone and she will start drinking. To go in another supported living, that was out of question for Holly. So I knew Mike, I was doing referral for other type of clients, but she was too severe but I said, let's try it, what can happen. So I've done a referral for Holly to Mike. We had 2 or 3 assessments before you made a decision, and it was clear from the beginning that she will need extra support compared with how she normally, the normal people or the usual people will require. So it was a learning curve for them as well.
Yes, thank you, Christina.
No worries.
I'm going to bring Holly in because we've spoken a lot about her, like she's not here, so we better get her involved. Holly, can you tell us what it was like for you when you first met Christina, for what you do remember, and how many times you went to A&E?
Oh, well, I can't remember, obviously, the first time, or couldn't even begin to imagine how many times I've been to that hospital. But I knew that maybe up to the last year before I came to Kenward, that I knew that every time I came to hospital, I knew that I woke up and I was happy because I was safe and Christina was there. And lots of people, I didn't want to get upset.
That's right.
It's fine.
No, it's okay. Lots of people could have easily have just said, just keep giving her time. She just needs to sober up and it'll all get better and she'll get used to it and everything. And the more I went in, the more I realised that there was a problem that was sticking, that wasn't going away. So, and then the longer I stayed in hospital, the longer I realised it was still a problem. So obviously getting sober wasn't exactly the cure. So I'd already done too much damage. And that last time that I went in, I made a promise to myself and I made a promise to Christina that that was going to be the last time, because I was using that hospital as a safety net and I loved it there. So, and obviously you can't stay in hospital for the rest of your life, and I had to learn how to, I've had to learn how to just sit back and understand exactly how to live with this condition, and it's not easy, but at the same time, I've had quite a lot of fun and jokes with it. You know, losing my purse and my phone and leaving it strange places, and people already realising that I'm going to and from the same place numerous times, know it's me. So, yeah, I try and make light of it now rather than get upset about it, because some days it is a matter of, even yesterday, I knew this day was coming and I just couldn't get my head together around what was happening, how to organise myself or anything. So I just went to bed and thought, just get up and go. It'll all work out.
Can I just come in there, Holly? And the point when you went from Christina, she let go of you, and then you came to us, and you come into the stage 2, which is the building to your left, guys, right up there. It's massive. There's loads of corridors and rooms, and I put Holly in there. And for Holly, it was just about trying to get back to her own room each night. every night, every morning, every time we'd done things. Do you remember all that?
Yeah, I remember when I first drove up to this building and I thought, wow, it's beautiful. But the biggest part of me was like, oh, for God's sake, this is so big. I've only just learned how to get to my bed in hospital and back, and that's taken me months. How am I ever going to... And there's so many people. How am I going to remember all these people's names? And, yeah, eventually, obviously, you over lots and lots of time and repeating, it does eventually sink in. But there are lots of people here today that have all said hello to me, and I do apologise if I haven't said hello back and said your name. It's not because I don't recognise you, it's simply just that the name is just not there. But, yeah, I mean, I managed. I mean, like that time that you moved my room.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, we thought it was a good idea to mix things up a bit, so we moved Holly's room from one end of the building to the other, you know. but it worked because she's still here.
Keep you on my toes.
Just on that, on our stage 2, where it's a unique experience, and we have a guideline of 12 weeks, but with Holly we realised it's going to take longer, and I think she's held the record for 25 weeks in stage 2. But from there we moved her into the all-girls house, stage 3, where she's been now, I forget, a few months, and she's had to learn and adapt to that. But from that, I just want to personally say the remarkable change in Holly when having to battle with an alcohol-related brain injury, because she had like 2 or 3 falls when she was drunk and a few clots on the brain. And she has a diary, not here today, but it's massive. And it's basically her short-term brain in a book that she's had to manage and cope with everything we've done. Her and I have had the same chats over and over again. But within that, in the last year, Holly has managed to become more independent. She goes out to the gym, she comes to the group, she does know most of our names. She's even about to get a driver's licence back, and one of her friends is going to buy her a car, and she's going to be independent getting out there and wants to volunteer for old people in the community that do have dementia, because Holly fortunately does not. So just the last few words, because I know time is wrapping up. Holly, how has it been for you with in the last few months for you?
It just gets better and better. Like I say, there's always, I mean, anybody in any recovery is going to have their bad days, but I don't know, I'm very much of the opinion now where it sounds very cheesy, but I literally do wake up and I think I'm safe. I've got a roof over my head in a nice home with nice girls and good support with Kenward. And Christina here is literally my most favouriteest person in the whole wide world. This woman has stood by me the whole time, and her sheer patience with me is beyond belief, because some of the stories and things that she's told me I've done, I don't recall, and I think, oh my God, why are you still standing by me? I would have got shot of me a long time ago. Keep coming into that hospital, drunk again, didn't know what was going on, brain injuries, broken neck, legs. It was just ridiculous. But I don't know, something changed. That last time I went into hospital, I remember sitting there thinking, this has to be the last time. I cannot keep using this hospital as a escape. I just need to sort my life out now, because it's either you don't pick yourself up and, well, we know the end result to that, or I pick myself up and, I don't know, I have this problem now, but maybe somewhere along the line I can help other people to realise that alcohol abuse doesn't just, a lot of people know the regular things that it causes and stuff, but that there is another side to it, and that it's not necessarily repairable either. So, just that, obviously you can't tell people not to do it, but I don't know, I would just like to maybe try and allow people to have a bit more understanding about the whole thing that is alcohol addiction or drug addiction or other addictions, that it's not so black and white, and it's not a matter of just stop drinking and give it a couple of months and healthy eating and a bit of exercise and you'll be right as rain and you can just carry on like it was before. unfortunately, I'd got to that far that I don't actually remember what before was. So, start fresh.
Thank you, Holly. So just want to wrap things up and thank Holly and for Christina for being here. I know Holly says she owes so much to Christina, but I want to end with saying...
And you guys.
And us guys. But I was coming to a point...
All of you.
Yeah, but I was coming to a point of actually, I just wanted to congratulate Holly actually on the work she's done. All this comes from Holly and the determination she's got. So I thought, could we have a round of applause for Holly, please?
Thank you.